So this week's movie of the week is the movie newly released for the past couple weeks on Blu-ray and DVD, Into the Storm. I recently just redboxed this movie, and I kind of wanted to see it in the theater, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I had some friends tell me about it, and they said if you like Twister, you would like this movie. It's very, very entertaining. And what I'm going to get into here is I'm just going to tell you what it's about. The film is about the small town or the small community. It's in Oklahoma, Texas. They are about to encounter the largest tornado ever experienced. They're the largest tornado ever recorded. What they believe is going to be an EF 6 or 7. It's I don't know if that's ever been recorded, but that's as high as the scale goes. And they don't explain. They briefly explain why this is happening, because it follows like Twister. It has a group of storm chasers. It tries to imply the type of storm chasing that you would see on the Discovery Channel or TLC. The guy that has, with the big tank like vehicle chasing the storms and documenting and making a film. But this movie was basically Twister on steroids. That's the best way to put it. It was Twister meets the present day, and things that have not yet happened, but possibly could. It also follows a high school vice principal and his two sons, who are they're amateur filmmakers themselves. They're trying to, just do something for their school, like a time capsule video, then put it into, dig it up 25 years later, and just stupid things like that. But and then the storm comes, and all of a sudden that all changes, and it changes into who are we? All this stuff here doesn't matter. What matters is us. And to be quite honest, the only thing that this movie has going good for it is the special effects. I mean, that's the only reason why anybody would pay to go see this movie. It's just a special effects eye candy explosion. I mean, it has the world's largest tornado on screen, and of course it's all done by CGI, but it's that's the only thing that's entertaining about the effects. The characters are kind of jerks. I could have cared less about the characters in the story, because every single one of them was a jerk. You even have a group of rednecks doing YouTube videos, and they are just stupid. No, I could have cared less about these people. However, the effects were good. The thing is, Twister, if you look at Twister, the movie Twister, it's not that great of a movie. But the characters I did care about. I cared about, whether Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt were actually going to be sucked up into a tornado. I didn't want to see them die. But here's a film that I could have cared less if the characters were sucked up into the tornado and killed. I mean, the story was just pure rubbish. It was just to put special effects on the screen. And here's the thing, it's trying to be like something we've never seen before, while the people who made Twister did it back in 1996. What they're trying to do is that saying, hey, we can do it bigger and better. Well, that was, good grief, folks, that was almost 20 years ago. So it's kind of pointless to still be doing the same type of effects. But I would digress and say, why are we getting another Jurassic Park? But we are. So, kind of short and sweet. There's not much to say about this movie. It's worth a rental. It's worth the red box. I don't see paying, the price of admission to the movies to go see it in. Even though it would be better sound and picture, but there was no story. Matter of fact, the whole movie was made by a guy who's a second unit director, Stephen Quayle, who he's Jim Cameron's second unit director, for goodness sakes. And James Cameron can do a good story. Not counting Avatar, but he can do a good story. He can do a good movie. This guy here, Stephen Quayle, he still needs to get that story, a good story, figured out. But of course, he has directed other films, but they were IMAX documentary films. So that's a big stretch, going from a documentary film to an actual fictitious film. It's totally something else. So that's pretty much it. Stay tuned. I got some other stuff coming up. I think the next movie of the week, I want to talk about A Christmas Carol and all the different adaptations of that story. Being at Christmas time, instead of doing a Christmas movie marathon, I decided to do, take a look at all the different adaptations that I have at least seen of A Christmas Carol, and we're gonna judge them by their own merits. So from me to you, see you later.